Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of our Endless Night Harderloper series. In the last episode, we got our ribs busted by an errant moose. Fortunately, we were able to bring that moose down. It was a very difficult and grueling journey to go from Timberwolf Mountain all the way to Coastal Highway. We almost lost our travois in transit, but we fortunately were able to make it to our new base in Coastal Highway before it broke. Hauling around a 1 kilogram bear hide and a 5 kilogram moose hide cloak, as well as I think a bear skin jacket. We were fully loaded, just trudging along the whole way, but we did finally make it, and we were able to get some health back through the usage of a emergency stim, I believe. Now, we have to set our sights on new horizons, far territories. And before we go, we're gonna have to turtle up in Coastal Highway and make some preparations. First, I'm gonna have to craft a meat curing box. I'm gonna have to secure some salt, and we're gonna have to make travel rations. Second, I'm gonna have to try and make sure that I get the wolf skin pant blueprint from the trader here in Coastal Highway. That's gonna alleviate a lot of the burden on our deer hide supply concerning clothing repairs. Other than that, I don't know. We have to make the moose hide cloak as well. That's gonna have to happen. It's gonna be a lot of work, very difficult to do. We may need to... we'll see what I can do. I know there's a fire barrel inside the Quonset, so theoretically, I could craft in there. Anyway, let's hop in. Alright, our health is looking good. We hastily deposited a whole bunch of stuff in the fridge before the end of the last episode. The moose hide is 61% cured, the bear hide is 35%. Hello, Lex. Good to see you. Especially sporting that brand new spiffy gifted membership. How are you doing today? Okay. We have a lot of supplies here, a lot of useful supplies. I made sure we didn't really forget anything important. I'm gonna want to prepare, out of these fishing tackle, some fishing tip-ups, because eventually vitamin C will be a problem. However, I have no doubt that I'll be able to acquire some foods rich in vitamin C while we're here. No doubt. We even brought our jerry can just to make sure. We brought our jerry can to make sure that we would have enough fuel for looting buildings and stuff. Searching the area. Oh, very poor visibility. Yeah, I kind of forgot how depressing this series is. The fact that there's never any sunlight, you know, you're always immersed in complete and total darkness. And the closest you get to color and sun is when the aurora is happening. When wildlife is supercharged and more dangerous. I gotta close the blind, otherwise the glare is gonna get in my way here. Get in my way of seeing effectively. Alright, we got some cooking oil, dog food, soda, lantern fuel. And this is where we'll be able to contact the trader, through that radio. Don't need the fast film. Another soda. Beef jerky. Some water. Okay. Dusting sulfur we don't need. I will take the fuse and the wires though. We got some simple tools for tool repair. Piece of coal. Man, you guys would not believe how badly I've been craving playing more Schedule 1. I bet some of you thought I was going to say a cigarette, but that actually seems pretty easy at this point. I want to play Schedule 1 so bad, even though I know there's nothing left to unlock and very little left to do. Like, the gameplay loop in that game is extremely fun. Extremely fun. It's so fast-paced, and you're constantly getting those dopamine hits, you know? But it is time I went back to my roots and did a little bit of long, dark survival. I did bring a cooking pot here, didn't I? I think I did. Pork and beans. I'm really happy we have the Spelunker's Lantern. All the looting that we're gonna have to do, way better to have the fuel-efficient lantern for it. We're gonna save a lot on fuel. I'm really glad we ended up finding the Spelunker's Lantern inside that cave near Eric's Falls and Timberwolf's Mountain, you know? Alright, looks like that's it. Unless there's an errant sewing kit somewhere around here, but I haven't seen one. Now, let's do some scrapping. An Aurora. Maybe I should contact that trader. Alright, we have to turn up our voice. Audio, voice. Done. Let's go.
What the hell? Someone there? Hey, hello? Radio check. Go ahead. You better say something or getting this damn thing fixed was all a waste of time. Come in. I say again, come in.
Who are you?
Well, I'm just a fella on the radio for now. Been on my own. The lights, they fried everything. Or haven't you noticed, What, you've been living in a hole in the ground out there? You're on the island, right?
Are there any other survivors that you know of?
I haven't come across any. Well, until now.
That's promising.
It's taken a long time, a damn long time to get this contraption working. The radio, I mean. But your radio seems to work just fine. Still there? Hello?
What are your intentions?
Things are getting a little thin out here in the dark. I've got some stuff to trade. Not much, mind you, but maybe you have some interest. Maybe we can work out a deal.
Sounds good to me.
If you can keep your word, that is. Trust don't come so easy no more. Not since the lights showed up. But there's you, there's me, and there's the ice. We'll speak up.
How will we go about trading?
There's a place, a little island off Coastal Highway. A dock, an old storage box of mine. We can use that to trade. You keep your distance, and I'll do the same. Got it?
Okay, let's
Let me go over it with you.
schedule a potential trade. Alright, there's no wolfskin pants here, it looks like. Pickles? Interesting. Yeah, it's pickles. Well, let's buy a sack of salt from him. He wants raw animal or raw fish meat and a liter of potable water.
That's fine, I guess.
All right, we're gonna end the trade for now. We have to remain here until we end up seeing the wolfskin pants trade offer. And I'm gonna have to build that salt curing box anyway, so we're gonna be here for quite a while. I heard a wolf somewhere. Gotta turn down the voice volume. Otherwise, we're gonna hear my character's exhausted panting for the entire game. Okay, we got a pack of matches sitting here on the table. Another one. Damn, 2 packs of matches in here. The cupboard is bare. Let's go check upstairs and see what we can find there. Nothing there but some spray paint. Grab the water. May as well collect some cloth while I'm here. Now let's try to take apart a chair. I already know that I'm going to require some reclaimed wood in order to craft the fishing tip-ups that we may eventually require here, but I'm looking for a chair that I might be able to break without the utilization of my hammer. Doesn't look like I'm finding such a thing here. Let's head out. Hey, fishing book. It's practically useless to us because we'll be using like tip-ups instead. But I don't know. I might try to do some line fishing again. I haven't done it in a long time. In my experience, though, tip-ups are definitely the better option. Sewing kit. And a flare. Well, just on time. I was just thinking to myself that I need to find oh my god, something to hunt. He's glitching out. Alright. Yeah, the Aurora behavior is profoundly unreliable, but at least my aim is true. We killed that one wolf. We're gonna need his meat in order to trade with Buddy. Shit. Come on. Well, we didn't kill it. It's hurt, but... He tore up our clothing a little bit. Yeah, I heard that too, Chosen One. I heard that too. I think it does work. You just evaporate all the water and then you're left with salt at the bottom of the bucket. Apparently, it's actually a thing, yeah. All right, open the fridge. Deposit those antibiotics. Get rid of the clothing for now. Still have that cougar claw to make a knife out of later, but we'll have to do that in Desolation Point. Alright, the inventory has been tidied. Anyway, if I can get enough meat for that trade, then we could theoretically go do that trade right now, before the Aurora has ended. We got a pack of matches. I need to get the raw meat, though. It's got to be in good condition, too. He won't accept. Sullivan won't accept bad condition meat. May as well throw that in the lantern at the earliest opportunity. Now, let's get rid of the bearskin coat and equip the Mackinaw jacket instead. And I need to make more bandages pretty soon. I don't know where that second wolf is who ran away with our arrow, but Let's try to get some meat off of this one. We gotta prepare for trade with Sullivan. It looks like the Aurora might be ending, though. Maybe. Let's go for one more, even though I'll freeze a little bit. Because I think we need 3 kilograms of meat for the trade. Jesus. Okay. Got him. All right, let's warm up. Now. Yeah, I need 3 kilograms of raw meat and 1 liter of potable water. We have 3 kilograms of raw meat, and we have the water. So let's try to get over there and prep for the trade. We're gonna be stinky on the road, though. It will be dangerous. Is that a glowing green? Oh god. That's a fucking bear. Yeah, don't want to tangle with that right now. Now, hang on. Let me look up the radios. I'm hoping there's a radio inside this cabin, but I doubt it. Let's see what the locations are. Apparently there's one on... Wait. Misanthrope's homestead. Really? Well, apparently the Misanthrope's homestead does have a radio, which is this place right up here. So I might be able to contact him without going back to the gas station. I believe that may be a new addition. I don't think they had one here before. A welcome change, if they do. Let's find out. Definitively. Oh god, there's a second bear over there. Yeah, the scent rating is going to attract every predator toward me for miles. And unfortunately, it looks like the Aurora is ending just in time. I might not be able to contact Sullivan after I've left his supplies there. Damn unfortunate timing. I mean, we just got here. But I did waste a lot of time harvesting those curtains. If I didn't do that, then... Aurora's last, I think, like... 6 to 9 hours, something like that. Okay, the trade is ready. And I still hear the faintest shimmerings of an Aurora. It is possible I could do this radio call. It's fading, but not gone. Let's find out. Misanthrope's homestead. There should be a radio in here, apparently. And we can complete that trade for the 10-kilogram bag of salt. Hell, I don't see a radio here. What the hell? What, is the wiki bullshitting me? Hang on. Oh, fuck. A different type of radio. Yeah, this is a different type. Well, hang on. Yeah, I don't think there's actually a shortwave radio here that we can use to communicate with them. It's a damn shame. There totally should be, but I'm gonna have to go back and tell him that the trade is ready. Hang on. Hello again, Lex. It's good to see you, buddy. How are you doing today? Sporting that fancy pants gifted membership. Alright, we got a bear on the ice over there. I need to avoid it. It looks like we got a double Aurora tonight. It was fading, but now it's active again. That bear is tripping. If we can get back to that radio, then we can tell Sullivan the trade is prepared. And then he'll deliver the bag of salt over there. All right, we made it. Signal trader to complete trade. So now if we go back there, we'll have access to that 10-kilogram bag of salt. Let's warm up. We're gonna need this reclaimed wood later. If we're gonna make those fishing tip-ups, I'll try to get one more crate as well. Alright. Looks like he's available again. The trade is complete. I can't initiate a new trade with him though, not until I retrieve the reapings of the previous trade. Hello, Susanna. In ancient Rome, you could have your salary paid in salt. It would literally get me salty, yeah. Oh man, still though. Like, if you can get like nice buttered bread with some salt sprinkled over it, oh, it's bad for you, but damn delicious. I mean, not salt. Salt is not bad for you, but bread. You know, bread is typically very high in carbohydrates and not really that nutritious. All right, let's start harvesting these animals out here. First, I'll deposit everything that we've collected so far. I never did loot this place fully yet. Here, let's just do that real quick before I refuel the lantern. Grab the water. Hell yeah. I got Schedule 1 for Zuzi. I could not be more excited to see her play it. That game is freakishly fun. One of the funnest games I've ever played. Like, I'm still craving playing it, but I've run out of content, so, you know. Alright, kitchen was more or less empty. Let's deposit this old clothing. Refuel the lantern. I'm doing pretty good, buddy. Oh, Lex, that would have been one of two people. Would have been Radnock or Mary the Craft Hoarder. Yeah, one of them. I really wish I could get rid of this bottle. I hope they fix that glitch soon. It's actually really annoying. Because, like, it should just be, you fill it up, the bottle's gone. But the bottle weighs 0.1 kilograms. There we go. I find sometimes if you hold the lantern in your hand when you refill it, then it gets rid of the bottle. Alright, let's eat. We're fed. Hydrated. And let's put on our bearskin jacket for the harvesting of that wolf outside. Well, a couple of wolves. What the hell? Oh, here it is. Okay. I don't have my hacksaw on me. All right, let's start with the guts. Good afternoon, Simon. Good to see you, buddy. How's your day going? You ready for more long, dark adventures or what? All right, we now have more bandages ready to be used. Let's warm up. Grab our hacksaw. And I think we can do one more harvest before we sleep. "19 minutes. You made a rookie mistake? What was that? Did you sleep in the cold part of a cave? I've done that before. I forgot to make sure I was past the line in a cave where it was warmer, and I ended up freezing to death in the front of the cave as I slept. It was pretty rough. What was your mistake? A very clear night tonight, looks like. Let's try to harvest this hide. The bearskin jacket is helping so much. I would be freezing so much more without it. Alright, that's one wolf fully harvested. Out of 3, but I don't know if I can find the 3rd wolf. He kind of ran away with our arrow. Could be anywhere. You left your sleeping bag at the summit. Oh, I've been there, buddy. That is a very rookie move, yeah. It's one of those, like, I feel like that's one of the first things that we learn because it punishes us so heavily when we do it. But mistakes will be made, right? I might freeze a little bit, but it's going to be negligible. Let's finish harvesting the meat. I did not retrieve the salt yet. But we will soon. What, lower Carter Hydro Dam during an Aurora? Like, you mean with the electrical wires and stuff, right? Let's try to eat some of this partially rotting food. I have to drop my tools, though. Otherwise, my character will use the knife and waste the durability instead of smashing open the can. Alright, no food poisoning, it looks like. Grab our knife. Head out. Alright, now we gotta get that hide, but we're gonna want some pretty fucking calm weather before we attempt that. We've almost fully harvested 2 of the 3 wolves that I killed. I don't know where the 3rd wolf is, though. He ran off. We may find him, we may not. But it's not likely that we find him, to tell you the truth. Typically, when they just run off like that, you lost them. Probably taking a lot of damage here, but I want to get it over with. Alright, the wolf is done. Now. We're gonna go on a little trip to grab that salt and bring it back home, but first I'm gonna need to have a little nap. 3 hours should do. Gonna swap out the bear skin for the Mackinaw jacket. I'm gonna need to cook more meat very soon, too. Getting very low on cooked calories. In fact, we're down to our last steak now. The stakes are high. Right? I hope I don't get lost out here on the water. That's definitely a possibility when the flurries are this bad. But I know that the Misanthrope's homestead is near this fishing cabin. In fact, I think I can see the formation of the landmass and the horizon now. But I need to watch out for a fucking bear. I've been attacked by an Aurora bear here before. In a previous series, we barely killed it in time before he charged us. I actually made a clip out of it. I don't see the bear over there. It's a stakeout. Make no mistake. There are some rabbits over there that I could try to hunt while we're here. Let's give it a shot. Yo, there's a fucking rabbit right there. Interesting. I suppose a wolf must have hunted it. Got it. Alright, there's the other one. Wow, he saw us? Oh, and Aurora's starting. Alright, that might be an advantage, actually. Maybe we could schedule another trade. Let's go grab that bag of salt. I got 2 rabbits. But that does mean our scent rating will be dangerously high for a little while. Alright, the trade is done. A little bit of firewood. Looks like all the meat was eaten out of this carcass, but I can certainly take the rest. Alright, let's get back to the Quonset. Try to schedule another trade. Hopefully we can get our hands on that that wolf skin thing, you know? The wolf skin pants. I don't think you need any trader reputation in order to get those pants. I remember getting them on my first trade with them in our last playthrough. Let's watch out for that bear. I don't really see a wolf carcass on the water. I think all of those wolves are currently mobile. All right. Barely any electric lighting in here. I am gonna have to cook very shortly, but let's go see if I can schedule that trade first. This is our last steak. And then all we have left is some processed food. All right. Let's schedule a trade. So the matches require any... Oh, that's not... Wow. That's actually not infinite. There's a limited amount of harvestable plants in the world. You'd have to forage for harvestable plants. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I suppose we'll just get a sack of flour, huh? Anyway, perhaps I'll spend some time seeking out that wolf carcass. It ran off this way somewhere. There it is. Along with my arrow. I might just move into the Quonset garage. Soon. Now let's grab our bearskin jacket. Deposit the bag of salt. We'll need it for curing soon enough. Right, I might want to warm up. We'll try to get the hide first. It's the hardest part, requiring the longest harvest. All right. Now it's just the meat and the guts, but I also have to worry about cooking food. I am gonna need to cook some food soon. Hello, Zuzi. You gonna sell drugs today? Hell yeah. I'm so excited to see what you come up with.
Less exciting.
Hmm?
Probably gonna be less exciting than you think.
I don't know. It's a captivating game. I think you might get really hooked on it.
No, I mean, I'm probably not gonna be some prodigious drug. Obviously, a good Samaritan.
Yes. All right, 1.9 kilograms being harvested right here. Now we'll just do this 1.5 as well. I might honestly just try to go all the way and harvest the rest of the wolf. It depends. Does he have 2 guts left or 1? 1. Yeah, I'll do that. And then we go home and we get some sleep. Maybe I'll have an herbal tea to augment the health restoration. Oh, right. I'll have to eat processed food for the sleep as well. We have no more cooked meat, and pretty much right as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna have to get on that. Cook some meat. I'm very excited to have the moose hide cloak, man. Best jacket in the game, bar none. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions about that, but mine is the only correct opinion, you know what I mean? There are contexts, though. I would say that a bearskin jacket is way better. Shit. For when you're just chilling at home, harvesting wood and stuff. The bearskin jacket is definitely the best if you're at your base harvesting wood. Where the fuck did that arrow go? It looks like it... Oh, there it is. But if you're traveling, the moose hide jacket is the best, like for sure. At least the best animal hide jacket, but I would even argue it's better than the expedition parka only because you don't have to worry about the jacket getting ruined in a bear struggle, right? Very durable jacket, very strong, very high protection rating. All right, so food. Preferably safe calories. I can't really afford to get food poisoning right now. Drink the herbal tea. All right. Gotta use these up eventually. Now I have two options. I could try to start a fire outside and benefit from the cold temperature. And get the most out of the fuel if the wind doesn't blow our fire out. Or I can go to the Quonset and have the fire barrel inside, but simultaneously rack up cabin fever risk while we do it. It is a difficult decision. I like to have a fire outside for all the times that we can get the most out of the fuel. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Take that book for research. I'll scrap those clothes while we're doing our thing. Take the cooking pot and the skillet. I don't think I'm going to be able to repair my travois at pretty much any point. Oh, wow. Yeah, right. I killed another wolf. All right, let's get the hide first. That way it's out of the way. The rest of the wolf can be harvested in bits and pieces with no health loss. Long as that hide's done. And now let's try to start a fire in a windproof place. We don't have that much fuel either. Won't be able to keep the fire going for long. That's kind of why I want to try to maximize the duration of the fire by having it outside. And it's kind of tempting. I could do a trade right now, but we're so low on food, it would just be irresponsible to do. All right, let's go start a fire. All right, we got the fire down. Now we have to haul our food over here and get cooking. We don't have much, but we can certainly make a respectable pile provided our fire doesn't get blown out. Okay, the wind changed, but our fire's still going strong. And that's what we need. Take a drink of water. All right, now we're gonna try to boil some water as well. And maybe I can go complete that trade while we're boiling some water. Depends. Oh, no, the Aurora's over. I could go deliver everything for the trade while we're boiling water. Like, that is a possibility. I think you can deliver it when the Aurora's inactive. You just have to talk to him to finalize the trade. All right. However, I think the meat that you give him has to be above 50% condition. I'm not really sure. Which this meat is, technically. Yeah. What's that noise? I hear something. I don't know. We'll warm up by the fire. And then come back here and continue trying to harvest this wolf. Okay. Let's get going. I have a sack of flour to trade for. I think we need like 1 liter of water and 2 kilograms of wolf meat. Let's just double check. Make sure. Yes. All right. Yo, there's a deer on the water. Well, I have an objective right now. I don't really want to deviate, but if we could get that deer, we need the hide. Already I know that I can't repair my travois. We're gonna have to scrap it and break it, harvest it for the maple saplings back, which sucks bad enough, but... I'm not gonna bother hunting that deer. We're gonna move on. I may as well take off those jackets now. The stamina will benefit me more. Being able to sprint more. It looks like that wolf is stalking the deer. I think I hear a deer over there by the Misanthrope's homestead. All right. Trade box. Ready trade. An Aurora? Yeah, it looks like an Aurora has begun. Right, I think an Aurora automatically starts once you make the delivery. It kind of helps you to finish the trade in that way. Let's go notify Sullivan that the trade is ready. I did leave my fire going. Hopefully we'll get back and the water won't be overboiled. I do have a strong dislike for the fact that there's no radio inside that cabin. Like, it's annoying how you have to go back and forth across the water. For no good reason. There's no good development decision that Hinterland can give for making it this way, besides, oh, we just want to draw it out for you. We want to make it longer. Because it should be perfectly fine to pick up that radio and move it where you want it, right? It sucks. It's just a half-assed implementation. There's no two ways about it. But I think there's a dead deer over there now. I'd imagine that wolf brought it down. I'll have to go check that out. Anyway, the fire's still going. And I hear boiling water. All right, we made it in time for one batch. Fire's almost out. We'll stay here and just boil water with the rest of the time we have. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow it out. Shit. Alright, the wind blew it out. Obviously not the best campfire spot, but it's something. Let's go contact Sullivan. We got on our feet. At the very least, we're on our feet now. We have some food, we have some water, we can expand upon the reserves. We bought ourselves some time before it's a pressing matter. All right, complete the trade, buddy. So can I, like, initiate a new trade now? No? I have to go grab the stuff first, it seems. Really, just in general, I think the trader system is really, really bad. They didn't think it through at all. It's one of those, like, a lot of developers don't play their own games type thing, where they just didn't think, how will this feel when you're doing it, you know? Well, Hinterland, they've done amazing in so many regards. To expect them to bat 100 would not be reasonable. They definitely fucked up with the trader implementation. Where's that? Okay, we got wolves. Anyway, let's go make an attempt at that deer hide out in the water. Probably gonna have to scrap the travois. Warm up. Once we can get those wolfskin pants, though, we can pretty much stop trading with the trader. We already have salt. I just want the pants. I hope it doesn't take, like, forever to see the recipe. Because, like, that's the kind of thing that makes me quit a game. If something is just so mind-numbingly boring and annoying that I don't want to do it, that, like, kills a playthrough for me. And I'm worried that the trader is exactly that. That's why my last series ended. All that was left was the trader stuff, but it was so annoying to do the trader stuff, I just didn't bother. Shit. Alright, let's continue on. I can avoid a confrontation with that wolf. We got the deer hide, at least. I could try to grab the venison as well. Maybe the guts. The guts I could pass on. We get guts from every animal. But the calories would be nice. My health looks terrible. We're constantly bleeding health. That's another thing I don't like about this. My condition recovery is set to low. So the simple fact that I can't move the radio over there to the Misanthrope's homestead means that I spend more time walking between both locations and less time trading, more time bleeding health.
Definitely made.
Yeah.
100%. I can play, but I have to use the touchpad, packaging station, and in the watering station, and the touchpad, like a sensitivity is a
Maybe you can change it.
strange.
I'm not sure, but And in due time, I'm sure he'll provide Steam Deck support. Make it less painful. All right, let's go grab our sack of flour, but I'm gonna have to take off my jackets. And you know what? Let's not go yet. We're gonna scrap this. All the clothing that we found that we don't want to keep, we're gonna scrap. We're gonna get 10 hours of sleep for some health back, and then we'll go retrieve the flour. We're just gonna deposit all the jackets for now. I need to try to lighten my load. Make it so that I have more stamina for the trip. Perhaps the most annoying part about it is that it seems like you can't schedule your next trade until you've received what he gave you for the last trade. Which just, man, it's way too much traveling. I never understood it at first because I remember looking down on the people on Reddit who were bitching about the trading system, but once you actually start doing it, it rapidly becomes apparent that, like, it's just meant to be an annoying time sink. It's not actually meant to be something you're excited to do. You're supposed to just hate it while you do it. Either that or they were dumb enough to make something really, really bad that they thought was really, really good. I couldn't tell you. But the trader system needs so much work. Or at the very least, you have to be able to relocate the radio to a destination of your choosing. There isn't really an option C. And they basically made it so that Coastal Highway is the only region you can base up in for the end game. There's no other viable region because this is where the trader is. Somehow the trader's on a boat, but he can't sail to Desolation Point. He can't sail to Bleak Inlet. He doesn't sail anywhere except for Coastal Highway. It's just all around, the system doesn't look good. And I feel like the game is perfect if I ignore the trader system, more or less. They added the lost and found boxes to correct it if your Travois falls through the ground. Like, that's all great. Tales from the Far Territory, great. The equipment that you get from the trader, great, but the actual trading process is insulting. Kind of a stain on their legacy, a dirty-ass, shit-covered cum stain on their legacy. I wouldn't be so harsh if I wasn't quitting smoking, but I feel like it deserves to be said that they did really fuck up with the trader implementation. Basically, I think the Cougar being so bad overshadowed how bad the trader was, and everyone was focused on the Cougar, and they re-released the Cougar and fixed it, but they never re-released and fixed the problems with the trader system. It's really tragic. Hang on. Hello, Delta Ray. We're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. We're trying to grind through some trades and get our hands on the wolfskin pants schematic. It's just so far I haven't seen the schematic, and I hate trading. I hate it. I think it's a painful thing to do. And I'm just hoping we see those pants soon. Otherwise, I'm gonna want to just quit and go play something else. I'm not having fun doing the trading. Like at all. So I'm just really hoping that we get what we're after so I can stop trading. Oh, thank you. Okay, wolfskin pants blueprint card. Now, it's expensive, but as long as I have the trade, like, we're good. Okay, we're fucking good. So I'm gonna take that. Wolfskin pants blueprint. I need 3 liters of lamp oil, 1 car battery, and 8 cloth. Alright. Thank you. I no longer have to do trading. Like, at all. Thank God. Thank fucking God. Okay. And that's gonna remain as our active trade from now on. Thank goodness. Oh, we finally got it. Yeah, my giblets are far from nibbled when it comes to trading in this game. I hate it. I despise it, actually. Like, it's... Yeah, I'm not happy with it. But, finally, it's done. It's over. Now I just do other cool stuff. We're gonna get started on trying to move over to the gas station. So let's start hauling shit over there. Think that load will do for now. Let's harvest this arrow, broken one. And this base actually has really good lighting during an aurora. I also think I might be able to use that fire barrel to craft at the workbench. If not, I'll have to relocate the workbench next to the fire barrel. Can I, like... Oh my god, you can move this now? Wow, you can move fire barrels now. That's crazy. Alright, W Hinterland right there. Not gonna lie. That's why it's hard to stay mad at them. Yes, I don't like the trader system, but now that I've grinded through it, it's over, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I just found out you can fucking move fire barrels, so I'm pretty happy. It's like the upswing has happened, you know? We're back. I'm enjoying it. Okay, the fridge is now empty. We gotta grab the salt bag and all of our hides and guts and shit and move them over. 98% cured moose hide. Alright, I'm so encumbered I can't even sprint, so this could be rough. But we have almost everything. Scent rating of 3. Dangerous times. Let's hope it's clear. On the road to the Quonset. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're just about done moving in. Fucking bear over there. Nope. Going inside. Screw that. Alright. Warm up. Finally got it. Now I just have to check under the hoods of cars and try to find a battery. In fact, I know that if I can't find one here, then we can definitely find one over in Desolation Point at the whaling station. Like 100% we can. Easy. There's multiple car batteries there. Well, I don't feel safe fighting the wolves during an Aurora. They're too glitchy. So we're gonna just check more cars for batteries and avoid them. Nothing. Hello, JKR. We're doing pretty good, buddy. We had a frustrating morning. I had to do a whole bunch of trading with the trader, and I hate trading. I think it's really tedious and annoying, but it's over now. We managed to get our hands on our next trade that's already lined up is for the wolfskin pants blueprint. So now I don't need to trade with the trader anymore. Because there's a random roll, right? You don't always see the, like, I had to trade with them multiple times before we saw the wolfskin pants, but now that we have that trade, I don't need to trade him anymore. And I'm very happy about that. So we're on the upswing, I would say. How's your day going, JKR? No car battery here. Might need to haul one over from Desolation Point. Or we could find one in a mine shaft, possibly. Yeah, they're too glitchy. They don't even run at you the way they're supposed to during an Aurora. We'll have to hunt else, like, during another time. Let's eat up. Happy place, huh? Oh, shit. Okay, we're officially getting our first dose of scurvy risk now. God damn. Now, we do have a lot of foods that can help us with scurvy on hand. Well, maybe not a lot. No. We have this tin of sardines. The granola bar. Dusty pork and beans. And possibly the potato if we cook it. And I also prepared 3 of these burdocks, which can give us a lot of vitamin C restoration as well. I may as well just eat those now. I need to try to wait until another Aurora so that we can craft the fishing tip-ups that we want. I already have the reclaimed wood, but I'm also gonna need my guts to finish curing, otherwise we won't be able to make it. They're coming along. I'll try to move the most cured guts off to the side. Alright. The moose hide is now fully cured and ready for use. And I'm probably gonna have to scrap this travois and craft a new one. Yeah, I have no choice. I only have 1 deer hide, and if I failed the repair, it'd be pointless anyway. At least this way we're getting 3 of the maple saplings back, and I can try to get more. It's gonna be a while before I can craft that moose hide cloak, and it will take a while to craft, but if I was able to craft the bear skin jacket and the wolf skin jacket, then surely we can get that done too. Let's put it in here. Oh, it doesn't fit. We'll put it in this one. Or I could just leave it on the ground. This game is pretty unforgiving. I've gotten to a point though where I'm very good at it. Like I can handle ridiculously hard settings. Yeah, we're working our way forward. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm gonna top up my coffee. You know what really sucks, JKR, is like, this challenge is really hard, but the viewership is shitty because it's always dark. And I feel like because of how dark it is, people who are fans of The Long Dark and who know how hard it is, they appreciate how hard it is, but even I hate just playing in constant darkness all the time. It's depressing, right? So it's getting to a point now where I just want to abandon the series and play more Schedule 1. Sell more drugs, like... It's tragic, really, because, like, the challenge itself is very hard. And it is an accolade that I'm doing this, but it also just feels like it's a little too depressing. It's so depressing that people don't even want to watch it. Got that wolf. Now, where is that? Right here. There is a deer over there that I can get if I kill the wolf eating it. Or at least shoot him and scare him off. Well, we heard it. Hey, the arrow's right there. Interesting. It must have lodged in the deer. Either way, we have a deer here now. Just about can't play during the day. I feel ya. I feel ya. It's so depressing even when you have like the daylight, the sunlight, the beautiful music, and then when you remove that and all you have is the endless night, it just gets so depressing. So I'm not surprised that the viewership for this series has been probably my worst Long Dark series ever, performance-wise. Which is surprising, but I guess it sort of makes sense. It is a very depressing series with very little going for it. I'm gonna need to get my better clothing if I want to harvest that, and I shouldn't harvest it while it's all windy. And it sucks, because like I want to keep going with the series in a sense. It is very depressing for me to play it, but I also like how challenging it is. It forced me to switch up so much of my old habits, you know? But without the viewership being there, it's discouraging. You do miss out on a lot of the gorgeous visuals during Endless Night, it is true. I mean, part of the game that people love, in fact, I think the one thing everybody loves the most about it is that it's like an oil painting. It's a beautiful, visually pleasing game. And when you have Endless Night, it's just depressing and hard and harsh. Which is why I kind of like it. The Endless Night, it grew on me. You have to be much more diligent about matches, and looting interiors always requires a light source, so your first storm lantern is a godsend, and we went multiple regions without finding one, but yeah. Anyway, I'll at least get this deer and the wolf harvested, and then maybe I'll call it a day. Let's go for the hide right now. We're gonna take damage doing this regardless, like no matter what, so let's just take the damage now. Okay. Fuck. Didn't have the stamina anyway. Alright. Alright, let's take off the bearskin coat so that... Well, hang on. I want to run to the deer instead of walking toward it slow as shit. So we'll do that. And now I can run to it and then put on the bear coat. I think I might actually freeze less that way. Now the wind settles down. All right. Not today. Another one. Wait, what's that? Archery level 5. Right on, I can now shoot while crouched. Make it a lot easier to hunt deers and stuff. And rabbits. Oh, blizzard. Well, at the very least, there is the wolf right here. I could switch priority to one of the different animals. All of them are in the wind, though, which kind of sucks. All right, 1 kilogram at a time. Aurora. Hopefully that means the wind might settle down for a while. Get more work done. Looks like it. for a sec. Got him. God damn, there's so many wolves. But we do have animal respawn set to very low, which means, like, they have a very high population density, but it's going to take a long time for them to respawn. Oh, yeah. We don't have any cured guts yet. Otherwise, I would definitely get started on making the tip-ups. I can't. Oh, wait. Oh, we don't even need guts. Okay, scrap metal, cloth, and sticks. We don't have that much scrap metal either. I'll have to get some. I have one scrap metal. Am I out of water? Other than the dirty stuff, yeah. Holy shit. Fucking hurting times. Alright, we'll drink this herbal tea. Harvest the shelf. Drink a birch tea. And I need one more stick. Oh. Bro, this one more stick is sending us to the ends of the earth. Maybe I can get one over here. Just about all I have is that dirty ass water. We have murky water. I could take the risk of drinking it, but I've never really gotten dysentery before, so I don't know what the consequence is gonna be. It's unsafe water. Fuck it, we'll pick it up and take it. Take that too. Let's go try to make that last tip up. Well, shit, the game used one of my 100% tackles. I used the other 3 that were low condition, but that's still pretty stupid. Why the fuck wouldn't it prioritize using the shittier ones? Alright, whatever. We have our 4 tip-ups. We're ready to go fishing later. And I gotta drink dirty water. Alright, I got dysentery. You will weaken and die of dehydration unless you can fix it. I need to drink 2 liters of clean water and take an antibiotic. Well, there's the antibiotic. Either way. Do I, like, lose health when I sleep? With dysentery? It doesn't look like it. Barely have any fire fuel right now. Alright, we're gonna start a fire right there and try to get done whatever we can get done. I wish I could take the fire barrel and just put it wherever. That'd be so sick, dude. Alright. Now, what am I doing? I need at least some fire fuel. I can use coal. Grab the reclaimed wood. We have an accelerant for starting the fire quickly. I also need these for preparing the water. Well, the fire's hot enough. Start boiling that water. We have some unsafe water here that we can bring to a boil very quickly. Yeah, the dysentery does cause our health to kind of bleed away. Alright, now we need 10 hours of rest in order to be all better. Until then, we're gonna be bleeding health. Alright. I'll just cook while I boil water. Which really sucks with the whole bleeding of health thing. Let's counteract the health loss by drinking a Birch Bark Tea. I don't know how much of a difference it'll make, but... Well, at least I survived the fucking dysentery. Let's take a drink and get 10 hours of rest. It should be healed after I wake up. At least we still get health back even when we sleep with dysentery. I think that's a career first. I don't think I've ever gotten dysentery before. Glad I was able to treat it relatively simply. It's become painfully obvious, though. I need to stockpile water. Like, right away. I can't really put it off. I need to try to get my hands on fire fuel using the hatchet. There's a lot of tree limbs close by. And there should be boiled water sitting on the campfire here. Yeah. I'll at least make sure that if I get a second wind and I want to keep the series going in the future, that I'm prepared to do so. It seems like the viewership is so dismally, abysmally low that, like, there's no point. It's a niche game on the best of days, like, there's not that many people who like it, but it just feels like with the endless night, everything that everybody likes about it, like the colors and the oil painting sky, is not a part of it, so there's no incentive to watch it. Either way, I think I've already proven that I can survive anything. We probably would have made it all the way to completing the far territories without me dying. We're getting pretty bad weather for the harvesting of wood, but thankfully there were a bunch of branches around that I could harvest for loose sticks. But if we want to get something like a cedar or a fir limb, we're gonna need a break in the weather. Hello, old fart. We're doing okay, buddy. We're doing okay. I mean, the series is going well. It's just, you know, it's a little demoralizing. We might not be able to continue this series just by virtue of the fact that the viewership is, like, crazy low, you know? Alright, we lost a lot of health. But I did get 3 fir firewood, which is a worthy trade-off. How are you doing today, old fart? Alright, let's try to get the cedar. Massive fucking health loss, just about half our health, but now we have all kinds of fire fuel. Oh, with the smokes? We're on like day 5 or 6. Day 6? Yeah, I'm still doing good, buddy. No relapsing. Cured guts. I suppose I'll put processed animal products in here. Okay, so we got 3 cedar, 3 fir, and 19 sticks. Cured rabbit pelts, cured moose hide. I think I can keep this going, old fart, indefinitely. I think I can just maintain it. Right up until the point we move to check. I don't really think I want to go out there and try to harvest more fire fuel. We lost a lot of health already. Maybe, you know, at the very least I could do branches, but I certainly should not be trying to harvest another cedar or fir limb. Thank you, buddy. Okay. I'm good myself. I'll fast for a while longer. Yeah. There's just so much personality in the game. Truly a passion project. All right, we are at least securing quite a lot of fire fuel here. Let's drop the hatchet and the knife, smash open and eat this can of pork and beans. Give us some vitamin C. Oh, and I have to warm up. And then we can try to harvest even more sticks. Like, we're doing pretty good on fire fuel already. Alright, let's get inside the Quonset. We have a lot of fire fuel now that we didn't have before. 40 sticks, 3 cedar, and 3 fir. It'll do. Right on, old fart, right on. You keep this up, you'll be emaciated within 2 years. I definitely can't harvest this wolf in the middle of a blizzard. Like, I kind of want the hide, because we will eventually need to make those wolfskin pants. Although I am so... It's discouraging, but I really don't know if the series will continue. Maybe after I've been quit from smoking for a while, I'll feel better about it, but for the time being, it just feels like the viewership is always so dismally low, it's might not be worth it. Alright, let's just bite the bullet, get this hide. It's gonna hurt no matter what. No longer sell drugs. Oh man, when I first started, I was like, man, this is good money. I may as well just pick up trash.
I just got $13 for emptying my own trash can.
Yeah, and you can buy the trash grabber to like enhance your trash. You could buy 2 trash grabbers, and something I never learned until it was too late. You can actually check the dumpster outside of Taco Ticklers every morning. There might be like a bunch of trash in there. Same with the Chinese restaurant.
Free money.
Yeah, it's free money. All you have to do is work for it. Alright, we already have the improved rest buff. Let's use this Birch Bark Tea. I think we're all out of birch teas now. Unfortunately. The best that we have is additional herbal teas and some birch bark that we have not yet processed into tea. That's it, though. And it's only 1. Well, yeah, and what's really weird is that there's no penalty for your character if you stay up till 4 in the morning every day and then sleep till 7 a.m. There's no penalty. Like, you never suffer from sleep deprivation. Although I guess that's why you see people's, like, heads catch fire after they smoke your meth and shit. Like, you're just hallucinating like mad. Hello, Elijah. It's good to see you, buddy. How are you doing today? Yeah, I traded with him a few times. I got a sack of flour and a bag of salt. And our next trade lined up for him is the wolfskin pants schematic. We finally got it. We're gonna need to find a car battery for it, but nonetheless, we got it. Yeah. I'm just feeling a little discouraged about this series because the viewership is always like so low. You know? It's like I want to keep going, but I feel like because it's Endless Night, it's always really depressing. For me and for the viewers, right? Have you ever read The Graffiti in the Canal? No, Zuzi, what does it say? Wow. That's odd.
It's a picture of a sleeping centipede.
Oh god.
Yeah. Amazing. It's nothing and be happy.
Yes. Fuck yeah, you got those TIE fighter emojis now? You're in the in crowd. Alright, let's move all this meat in front of the door. I don't think I'm going to be cooking here again. It is not, like, it's not reliably windproof enough. I mean, it looks pretty good, but the wind can approach it from this direction and blow it out. It's very hard to find a place that's completely windproof for a fire. Nope. Alright, let's drop our meat outside. Yo, Elijah, did you know that you can move fire barrels now? They actually patched and fixed it so that you can relocate fire barrels. Look at this. Fucking just move the fire barrel around, right? That way I can cook food and boil water while I'm working at the workbench. And I can use the light from the barrel for the workbench whenever there's not an Aurora. Technically, if you put a campfire in here, it's almost 100% windproof, but it is going to be buried by the fire. It's very immersion breaking, and it's basically cheating. That's why I don't do it. Now, realistically, you could do that in real life, and it would work to protect it from the wind, I'm sure. But it's just, the snow doesn't even melt in the game. The snow's always there, that's why I don't use it. It's just really immersion breaking, and it feels like you're cheating. I might be able to make a windproof fire right here if I build the stone cache right here. It's an interesting prospect. There's a little hill right there. I wonder if I removed those pallets and put the campfire down in there, would it be completely windproof from all sides? It might. Fucking takes 3 hours to harvest that, though. Well, I don't know. The truck bed is made of metal, right? It could probably withstand the heat of a fire. It would become charred and possibly warped, but it, you know, it wouldn't fall apart. Yeah, I may as well keep the hatchet in here with the firewood. It's used to collect it anyhow. Alright guys, well, I honestly, I hate to say it, but I do think I'm gonna stop this series. I may come back to it, okay? This could just be me quitting smoking and the endless night being too depressing and stressful to continue. I just feel like the viewership is indeed sometimes better. The viewership is sometimes better. I know that there were times where we reached like 15, 20 people in the previous episodes, but it just seems like it's dying out. I was looking at the viewership for this series, and it's funny, like, Schedule 1 dwarfs it, right? Doesn't matter how hard it is, doesn't matter... the issue is how dark it is, because so much of The Long Dark and what makes it beautiful is, like, the oil-painted skies, the sunsets and sunrises, and when you don't have that, it is truly The Long Dark. Very depressing, very painful. So, for now, we're gonna take a little break. And maybe in the future, when I'm feeling up to it, we'll come back. But I made sure that we're prepared. We're in a better place now, where I can kind of, you know, I can get well situated in Coastal Highway. We can get the wolfskin pants. When I'm feeling a second wind, I will come back and we'll get started. It looks like we've survived 97 days and 4 hours, which is pretty crazy. It'll definitely take us a lot longer to finish the far territories in this series. Alright, well, for now, guys, take care, rock on, and peace out, and I suppose I'll see you in Schedule 1 in a minute. Alright, later, guys.
Made a deal.
You made a deal. Right on. Did you grab the stuff from the RV before it blew up?
No.
No?